Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you. All right, folks. Happy Friday. Let's take a quick look at the markets. Looks like everything is dumping, especially altcoins. So we got stock market down today, down 500 points. A lot of recession fears. People aren't happy with the Fed, inflation, so everything's pretty much dumping. There's also, going back to the crypto world, a lot of people are kind of spreading a lot of FUD about Binance still. A lot of people are pulling out of BNB, which I totally agree with. So one thing I've been saying for a long time is you don't want to be involved with these exchange tokens for the long haul. The one thing I like about Coinbase is they don't really have an exchange token. You know, we all know what happened with FTX, FTT, and their exchange token. Pretty much destroyed everything. A lot of these exchange tokens are basically just, you know, they're created out of thin air. Even if they are backed by something, it's really hard to even prove it. And as far as a trade, they're great. And BNB, as long as the market's going great, BNB will go up to $1,000. People made a lot of money in BNB. When I first heard about BNB, it was $20. I didn't really buy any. But, you know, there's a lot of Binance FUD right now, and people are just getting out of these exchange tokens. So it's pretty much bringing down the market. I found this article right here. Bitcoin targets 16,700 amid fear BNB may drag down the whole market. Yeah, so if everybody starts pulling out of BNB, it's definitely going to bring down Bitcoin. But regardless of BNB, the stock market's crashing. So, you know, Bitcoin was going to be down to, you know, 17, 16,000 regardless. And I do think that we'll probably retest the lows for Bitcoin, going back down to 15,000, maybe 16,000, maybe lower. Unfortunately, a lot of these altcoins are going to get clobbered in the meantime. And that's when you should be looking to deploy more of the money you have on the side. You got Cardano now back down to 28 cents, 25 cents, I buy more. Theta goes under 75 cents, I buy more. For Ethereum, I will be loading up on Ethereum at under $800 if we get there. I just think Ethereum's too high right now. And GBTC right now is hanging out at about $8. My next buy level for GBTC is $7, so we'll see if we get there. But there's a lot of opportunities right now in crypto, folks. You just have to be paying attention, and you can't be a pussy. So, you know, a lot of people are down on Kevin O'Leary. You know, Kevin O'Leary, you know, he put a lot of money into FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, and he refuses to come out and rail against Sam Bankman-Fried or say anything negative. But, you know, I found this little clip right here. It's about 2 minutes long. Everything Kevin O'Leary's saying is fine with me. He basically says, yeah, look, we want to get to the bottom of this. I think all retail investors with FTX should be paid back first. He's like, I don't even care if I get my money back. I'm a venture capitalist. You know, venture capitalists lose money all the time. But he wants to get to the bottom of it. So take a listen to this clip. I just don't get the hate for Kevin O'Leary. I actually do get it because I get human nature. The hate with Kevin O'Leary right now is he refuses to jump on the bandwagon. It's kind of like, you know, when you're out with a group of people, out with like 10 of your friends, and they all have one opinion, and you're the one guy without their opinion. They're going to rail on you all night. They're going to make you feel like shit all night because they want you to change your opinion. And Kevin O'Leary, whether his opinion's right or wrong, refuses to do that. And I respect that. So let's take a quick listen to this clip. It's about 2 minutes long.
We're talking about actually endorsements and endorsees. You know, obviously, you know, Larry David was in the FTX Super Bowl commercial. Tom Brady took on his role as a spokesman of sorts for the company. You're a spokesman for the sorts of the company. Not of sorts, but were. It's funny. I don't know if it's funny. Some people wouldn't expect a Larry David or a Tom Brady, maybe fairly or unfairly, to either have known or understood or necessarily done all the diligence that they should have done.
Well, let me tell you why.
But they look at you and they think that you should have.
Well, that's interesting to differentiate me. I can tell you he's a better quarterback than I am. So there's things we do differently. But let me tell you what the theory was and why Sam Bankman-Fried was hiring all these people. He was very jealous of the accounts that Coinbase had, and he wanted to figure out how to build a retail base quickly. And so it's not crazy what he did, putting his name on an arena makes sense if you can make a brand become ubiquitous in America so that you can try and get more consumers to build that base. Maybe jealous isn't the right word, but he said they started 3 years earlier and they were way ahead of him, and he wanted to catch up. And that was the way to do it. So it's not a crazy theory. Companies advertise and they do it this way. Now, obviously, none of us would have wanted to be in this mess if we could have avoided it, but we just didn't know. And frankly, venture investing is, you can do all the due diligence you want. You're still going to get 8 out of 10 go to zero. That's been the stats since 1954 when they first started covering it in Boston. Right. So at the end of the day, that's the nature of investing this way. It's risky.
Just one question about the creditors, just your opinion on it, since you're trying to get on the creditors committee. If they do recover money, that money that goes back, what should the order of the creditors be? Who should get paid back first? The people who actually lost their money that they were asking them to hold, or contractors and spokespeople? Like where should that fall in your opinion?
My opinion about this is, when you become an advocate for getting it back on a credit committee, you take care of the small people first, the people that lost their money I don't mean small people, I mean people that diminishment amounts inside their accounts. They're hurt the most. And so it's not that the shareholders, of which I'm included, I'm in both of these groups, I don't think we should get anything back. We're venture investors. We're big boys. We lost our money. We understand it. I don't want anything back there until the people that had money in the accounts get theirs back. That just seems fair.
So is there anything that anybody disagrees with what he just said? I think the retail money should get their money back first. Okay. So Kevin Oleary isn't willing to basically say Sam Bankman-Fried should be fed to the alligators yet. Other than that, what else, guys? I mean, like, okay, retail money should get their money back first. Then maybe we'll get our money back. It seems like a lot of with Kevin Oleary right now, he just wants to investigate this and see what the hell happened. And I agree with that. So, like I said, I never jumped on the Kevin Oleary bandwagon. I said I don't agree with a lot of his opinions here, but everything he's saying is fine. It's probably good to have Kevin Oleary here investigating this. He's got money. He wants to know what happened to the money. Even if he thinks he'll never get his money back, he wants to know what happened. It's kind of like investigating like an accident or something. Like you lose a family member in some freak accident. You want to know what happened. You're never going to get that family member back, but you want to know exactly what happened. That's all he wants. So I just don't see the Kevin Oleary FUD, other than he's taking the opposite opinion on SBF, and a lot of people don't like that. And that's how it's been out throughout history, even going back to the Salem witch trials. The people who have the opposite opinion are just the mob. You don't want to take the mob mentality. And the mob mentality right now is feed Sam Bankman-Fried to the wolves. He's a scammer, blah, blah, blah. And Kevin O'Leary's friends with the guy. He had a close relationship. He doesn't want to jump on that bandwagon yet. I don't know. I don't see the problem. All right, folks. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, so the auditor that has been doing a lot of crypto projects, it produced the proof of reserves for KuCoin, Crypto.com, Gate.io, and Binance, OKX, and FTX. Has basically just said they're not going to work with crypto firms anymore, and they left. Now, this auditor came out and said Binance and I believe Crypto.com and KuCoin were all solvent. But what's happening is a lot because of FTX. The auditor for FTX, which I think was actually they're going after a different auditor than this one. That auditor is getting sued because, hey, look, they said FTX was solvent and it turned out they weren't, blah, blah, blah. Of course, it all depends when they did the audit. If they did the audit a year ago, maybe FTX was solvent. And then in the year, Sam Bankman-Fried took all the money. So, but they just don't want to be involved with it anymore. And you know what? I kind of agree with it. So they basically said they're not going to deal with these projects anymore. They're not going to deal with these crypto companies. And they erased everything on their website. So not good, not a good look, but, not unexpected. But we do know what they put out before, and they basically said Binance, KuCoin, Crypto.com are all solvent. So, you know what, folks? Are they really solvent? I don't know. I mean, look, I don't know. Who knows? Just don't keep any more than 15 to 20% on those exchanges. And I think with KuCoin, you could probably keep up to 50% on KuCoin, because not KuCoin. Ooh, not KuCoin. Not KuCoin. Sorry. Coinbase. I trust them. They have their own even self-custody wallet. I'm actually making most of my big transactions now on Coinbase. and Binance.us. But I think Coinbase, because they're based in the United States, they're under U.S. regulation, and they don't have their own security token, like a lot of these other exchanges do. I think they're going to be okay. But the key is, folks, diversification. I mean, really, they've been saying this in investing for the last 1,000 years. All right, you spread it out. You spread it out. I have a hardware wallet, but I wouldn't even feel comfortable keeping everything on my hardware wallet. I keep about 30% there. Most of my theta, and then I got some Cardano staking on Binance.us. I got a little bit of Bitcoin on Coinbase. I had a bunch of metaverse shit on KuCoin, but then I moved that all out to a self-custody wallet. But you know what? Nothing is completely safe in crypto, and I'm willing to say it. CZ Binance came out, not too long ago, and he said, you know what? A lot of these people going into self-custody is just as dangerous because they're probably going to lose it. They probably will. They're going to get hacked. They're going to lose their private keys. They're going to die, and their family's not going to get any of the money. At least with a centralized exchange, that doesn't happen. Now, how many people have been hacked on a good quality centralized exchange like Binance, KuCoin, Coinbase? Not that many. Everybody I know, basically, well, I should say most of the people I know who have lost money in cryptocurrency is from hacks from their own self-custody wallet or doing stuff like sending crypto to the wrong address. So, nothing is 100%. So I would just say spread out your money, 30% here, 30% there, 30% there. I mean, just have it spread out because nothing's 100% in crypto. And that's why crypto is a wild, wild west. And that's why I would never have anybody in my family who's over the age of 50 or 60 try to figure out crypto and how to deal with it because it's just too risky. But for me, I think I have it kind of figured out. And I think, like I've been saying, I think we're going to go into a very, very nice bull market in 2024, 2025. I said this in the video yesterday. Do I believe in the future of crypto and all that stuff? Not really. I think with Bitcoin, something will overtake it at some point. I think a lot of these cryptocurrency in the United States will eventually get regulated to hell. And I think crypto is kind of a fad right now. And I think eventually it will subside. But I do think we have another bull run or two left in it. And I'm here to basically make money. And that's all there is to it. And like I said yesterday, 90% of everybody in crypto who opens up crypto exchanges and things like that, and projects and all that, they're all scammers. They're all scammers. They're like penny stock scammers. All right. I had one more article here I want to talk about. Okay, Solana. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but Solana just had a hack. Solana-based Radium exchange, victim of seven-figure exploit. Currently, about 2 million of different cryptocurrencies are sitting in the attacker's account. Solana gets constantly hacked. It's a dead project, folks. I made my video a couple months ago, and I said Solana, Luna, or Avalanche, which altcoin will hit 250 first? This is from Crypto Ran about 7 months ago. And every single one of these projects has pretty much crashed to zero, and Solana's about to be on that list too. I call it the Crypto Banter curse. If you're not familiar with my channel, everything they talk about on Crypto Banter turns out to be a shitty pump and dump scam. This is my video from about 6 months ago. Yes, folks. Today I want to talk about the Crypto Banter, the Rand Nooner, I like to call it the Crypto Banter curse, the Rand Nooner curse. Why do I say that? Well, over the last couple of years, Rand Nooner has pumped a lot of coins, and many of them have gone to zero. Specifically, UST, one of the biggest shillers of UST, and also one of the biggest shillers of Luna. Another coin that Crypto Banter has really been pumping a lot over the last year is Solana. Now, the reason I make this video today is we've kind of seen what's been happening with Solana over the last year. Lots of hacks, lots of DDoS attacks. And the hacks continue. Of course, we know with the FTX, they huddle a lot of Solana. It's very, very highly venture capital backed, meaning the minute the venture capitals have to sell, it goes to zero. It's a dead project. So you want to trade it, maybe it'll pump up to $200, but eventually it's going to be zero. And the simplest way to figure out if your project is a scam is, has Crypto Banter been pumping it? And one reason I'm not getting into Polygon right now, Polymatic, even though it's been doing very, very well and it's up significantly. I just think because Crypto Banter and all his team have been talking about it so much, I think that'll probably eventually go to zero too. I know it's crazy, folks. I know it's crazy, but just look at the coins that Crypto Ran the Man has pumped over the years. They all go to zero. He was the biggest shiller of Luna anywhere. The biggest shiller of UST. He was begging people to buy UST. In fact, when all the red flags came out with UST, because UST ran out of money to pay people interest, and he was still shilling it. So Solana's on that list too. They're the biggest shillers of Solana. Solana's been completely decimated. And now they're talking a lot about Polymatic. So now I have no interest in Polymatic. I'm not saying Polymatic's going to zero. I just don't want to be involved in anything that Ran the Man that Crypto Banter talks about. Love his channel, love his interviews. He's a snake man. He's a snake oil salesman though. All right, folks, that was it. Have a great fucking weekend. Like and subscribe.